stick with you forever.
Yeah.
Snickering. Well, I read that whole thing over here.
Yeah. We're inside of a week now, start of the draft. So we have Lou Riddick here. He's our draft guy.
Away from the draft, the less emotional you are. So that's where deals can be a little bit more equal. That's where people can feel a little bit more like it's a win-win. When draft day comes around, then relationships come into play, emotion.
Miss the clock.
Correct.
Do they call it desperation discount?
I mean,
Is there a thing like?
I think so, but it goes both ways. It's not just the team moving up, it is not just the team moving down. There's really only 3 ways to create value in the offseason. One is through your financial strategy.
Kind of panic here, and you can make really bad decisions, so you need to be very organized in that
Let's
situation.
talk about the 2 recent trades, because fortunately for the Eagles and the Rams, they had plenty of time to think about them, and they were far enough out. But on the surface, it looks like they gave up a ton to move up to the top of the draft. Why do you believe that that's not necessarily a bad thing?
And for more on tonight's Pro Game 5s, we welcome in our predictive analytics expert, Cynthia Frelund. And Cynthia, we're going to start with the Celtics. They fought their way back in this series. They win games 3 and 4 at home. What has impressed you the most about those 2 games?
The number I want you to remember here is 44.3, as in their field goal percentage in games 3 and 4 combined. Now that's markedly up from games 1 and 2 when they were down at 32.4%. There's some things that are interesting that I want you to know here. They started series.
All right, well, the numbers on the Celtics side, they've won 9 straight game 5s and series tied 2-2 going into tonight. And moving on, we're going to talk about my number, 26.3.
Love your number.
As in the amount of points Pacers star Paul George is averaging in this series against Toronto. But that's not what's impressing you, Miss Cynthia. What is?
Well, one of the ways Paul George has been impactful here is limiting DeMar DeRozan. So I want you to remember 15 as in the number up in order to kind of make sure that they close this series out, get the edge on.
And DeRozan, he has shot under 30% from the floor this series, 0 for 8 from 3-point range. We'll see what he does tonight. Cynthia Frelund with what we need to go. Don't go far. You're going to be talking draft next.
Got it.
In the meantime, back to you guys, Lisa and Jay.
Back to Mike and Mike, Molly Qerim with our coach, Herm Edwards. Now, Herm, breaking news over the weekend. Josh Norman going to the Redskins. So everybody's all excited except this girl. You know why. Die-hard Giants fan. I don't need to see him go up against Odell Beckham twice a year. But let's revisit that week 15, December, when we all remember that crazy game. Take us through some of this.
Well, I'll take you through this, and I think a lot of times when you play corner, the eyes are always on the corner. But if you look at this coverage right here, this is what we call two-man. In other words, you get help over the top by the safety.
Hey there, welcome back into Mike and Mike. Molly Qerim here with you. The NBA playoffs are rolling along, and we love it. With some teams like the Spurs and Cavs already clinching spots in the next round, for others, they find themselves fully in contention in this opening round. That includes the Celtics, who are down 2-0 to the Hawks before winning both games back in being